Good morning, I'm Adelina Vasilova, and this is the daily report from our newsroom in Varna. Our first story for today is about scientific innovations that will make solar panels more affordable and efficient. Let's start with understanding what a solar panel is. It's a semiconductor sandwiched between metal contacts to carry the electrical current. While those metal contacts are an integral part of the panel in its function, their reflective surface redirects the sunlight away from the semiconductor, reducing the efficiency of the whole panel. Scientists from Stanford University have found a way to tackle this efficiency issue. Nano-sized pillars of silicon placed on the metal contacts, which will redirect the sunlight to the semiconductor below. Researchers from Kyoto University have also been busy trying to improve the efficiency of solar cells, but their focus have been non-silicon-based ones, which are much cheaper but lose large amounts of energy when converting sunlight into electricity. The scientists created a new plastic polymer with a power conversion efficiency of 9%, which seems like very little, but is incredibly close to the 15% target that will make them competitive with silicon-based solar cells. Our second news for today is about the 8th most important crop in the world, bananas, which are threatened with a lethal fungus. The fungus causes a new strain of the so-called Panama disease, which is almost always a death sentence for the plant. Once the disease takes hold in a plantation, the only remedy is to cut the infected trees and their neighbors. In the late 19th century, another strain of Panama disease wiped out the most popular banana variety of the time. Even though our modern-day supermarket banana variety, the Cavendish, is resistant to the Panama disease strain that killed off its predecessor, it could still have the same fate, because it reproduces asexually, meaning that all of the plants are genetic clones of each other, thus they cannot evolve to create a defense mechanism against the new strain. Our third and final story for today comes from the Central African Republic, where Pope Francis concluded his 6-day tour of Africa, which also took him to Kenya and Uganda. While visiting the capital of the Central African Republic, Pope Francis held an open mass for tens of thousands of believers, in which he urged them to form bonds of friendship with those different from them, words that were meant to address the country's chronic interreligious violence that has killed thousands of people just in the past 2 years. Earlier that day, the Pope showed that he practices what he preaches by meeting with the capital's Muslim community in the local mosque and taking a moment of silence with the mosque's imam. Nevertheless, some human rights activists were disappointed that the Pope did not speak out for the rights of gay people during his trip, especially in Uganda, where they're heavily discriminated against. This is all for today, and if you'd like to learn more about any of the stories you heard today, please visit us at eatglobe.com.